Glad that you're with us for Good Karma Wrestling with Brian Rowitz from ESPN West Palm. I'm Jonathan Hood from ESPN Chicago. And boy, Brian, thank you so much. Kwanzaa comes early. Kwanzaa must come early because I've got a great gift for everybody. I mean, we have got the real one. We've got the best women's wrestler in the world. The ROH Women's Champion, Athena, is with us. ROH Supercard of Honor will take place at the Leah Corus Center in Philadelphia Friday, April 5th. Go to rohtix.com. There's still tickets available. And, of course, you watch ROH like I do, watch roh.com. Athena is joining us. The champ is here on Good Karma Wrestling. Athena, welcome.
Yes. Thank you. But you kind of messed up there, just a smidge, you know.
Uh-oh.
Forever ROH champ.
Oh, forever. Come on, Jay Hood. You know that. You're better than that.
Forever.
Yes. You know what? 3, 2, 1. The forever Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena joins us on Good Karma Wrestling. Welcome, Athena.
Thank you.
How's life for you right now? How's life for you?
I mean, kind of stressful. We're in crunch time, headed into 2 days from now, Friday. I'm trying to get my entrance pieces done. I'm trying to get packed. I'm also trying to play Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I'm trying to get my hair done. Hopefully my gear gets here on time. I still have to pack for appearances and stuff like that. So it's chaos in this household right now.
How much are you looking forward to being in the ring, Shida, Friday night? Like Jay Hood said, watch ROH.com. How much are you looking forward to that match?
It's like, I don't know. I don't want to age myself, but I feel like I should, like 14, 15 years in the making. You know, I wrestled Shida when she first came over to the US for Shimmer Women's Wrestling. And man, like it was an awesome match and I didn't come out on top, you know. It was a younger Athena. That's the excuse I'm using today. And she got the better of me and it sucks, you know. So this is fast forward, you know, to 2024 Supercard of Honor. It's something that I think we're both really looking forward to because I have to fix the mistake that she caused. And I know she's gunning to be a champion once again. Mm-hmm. Right. And I'm the forever ROH champ. I'm not letting this go anytime soon. So it's going to be a testament of willpower, a testament of strength and technique. Because like Shida doesn't know this Athena. She knows that young kid that was trying to make it in the world of indie wrestling, but this is a whole new Athena. This is a woman that's traveled the world. This is a woman that has done everything. I've won championships at every company that I've been at, you know. And on top of that, I do the violences.
Yes.
Do a lot of the violences.
Yes. Athena, it's funny. I talk about you a lot on this show and saying that you're doing great work and some of the best work in the overall company. So I believe that you're doing the best work of your career. Why am I right?
Because I am. A lot of that, well, a good chunk of that is due to Tony Khan, having faith in me and trusting me with some of these storylines, having faith with me as a character, as a minion overlord, and you know, it's something that turned into something really special. And then it turned into MIT with Billie, and that turned into something special. And I think like me and Tony have such an amazing collaboration when it comes to everything with Ring of Honor, everything that I have my hands on as well. And I really think because of Tony, like this is taken off. This is the platform that I needed at the time. This is the faith that I needed to go in the ring and just show the world what I can do. And without Tony, none of this would be possible. But just he allowed me to be me, right? Like when I was in WWE, like I was a high flyer and I could do all of that. I'm not taking any of that away. But before I was a technician, I did a little bit of high flying here, just a smidge of high flying here and there. But I was mostly a technician and a striker, you know, and I'm getting back to that, which I absolutely love. Like I love beating the tar out of people and kicking women in the face. It's amazing, you know, and finding new innovative ways to do that. But being able to have a platform with no restrictions is awesome for me.
You mentioned that word trust. What's that trust factor like from your side when it's initially discussed going down to ROH and starting this run?
So it actually was like one of those things that Mercedes Martinez was looking for an opponent for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was in my hometown, and like honestly, I had no clue that I was winning until like maybe 40 minutes before the show started. And Tony brought me in the office. He goes, "All right, champ," and I go, "What?" He goes, "All right, champ, let's fucking go." And I was like, "Oh, what?" He's like, "Yeah, you're winning tonight." And I was like, "Wow," like, like it was really cool because my parents were in the crowd, like a whole bunch of my friends were there, my husband was there. And it was just a really cool moment that was very much so unexpected walking through the door. And, it just kind of took off from there. He was like, "What do you want to do next? What do you want to do here?" Fast forward to him having that trust with me and Willow, and like I'll have ideas like for example, like Minion graduation was my idea and Tony made it larger than life, right? And this week we have the first ever MIT Presents Women's ROH contract signing Thursday on Ring of Honor TV, which was another idea that I had thrown his way. And he just was like, "Yeah, let's go." And he has these beats, and we have this amazing team now that helps build this up to make it larger than life. So like that trust that he has in me, I also have in him, but I think that's why this works so well. And just is really just skyrocketed.
The forever world's women's champion, Athena, is with us here on Good Karma Wrestling. ROH Supercard of Honor takes place Friday, April 5th, ROHTIX.com for tickets in Philadelphia. And don't forget to go to watchroh.com. What is the likelihood, Athena, that you will be on AEW TV in 2024?
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to wait and find out. I think it's very likely. It's something that Tony and I have talked about. I won't go into detail, but it is something that is happening. It's something that we've been talking about for almost 8 months now, just waiting for the right time, the right moment. But that moment's coming very soon. That's all I can say about that.
You mentioned Billie and the work you've done with her. We've talked a lot about this show. That main event that you two put on, a show stealer, one of the matches of the year. How proud were you of that match?
I was very proud because Billie had never really done something on as big as a platform as ROH. Not to mention, like, it was in my hometown, all the cards were stacked against her, and she did awesome. Like, going from minionship to enemy back to minionship, it's really cool. But like, just seeing her develop over the course of this entire angle with MIT has been absolutely amazing because she's only 19 years old. She's only 19. And, she has her own match for the Women's World TV Championship versus Queen Aminata. And I'm just telling you now, she better come home with the gold or else she ain't coming home.
Handicap that match for us. How do you see that match with Starkz and the Queen?
I've been very adamant about staying out of the women's tournament because I genuinely feel that if Billie wins, she has to do it on her own. Not only that, I just didn't really want to be involved with the women's TV tournament because that's about that championship and those women that are fighting for that championship. So to me, if I interjected, it just would take away from that in everything that they've worked hard for. But at the end of the day, like Billie has to do it by herself. I can't be there to hold her hand every step of the way. She's a grown-ass woman at 19 years old. So she has a big challenge ahead of her with Queen Aminata, but hopefully she pulls out on top. Or else, like I said, she ain't coming home.
We saw it a few weeks ago on AEW TV. Mercedes Mone now part of that already talented roster. What does she add to that roster?
She adds star power. She adds confidence, right? Like, I think for so long, like, we as a women's division, especially in AEW, were having these great matches and we had stars, right? But we were trying to breach the ceiling of star power. And I think Mercedes Mone brings that to the table. From her being to the Mandalorian, to her being a multi-time world champion, to like just the charisma and aura that she brings into every moment she's on TV. I really feel like that is what's going to set this women's division over the edge in AEW. On top of that, like, it's not that she's doing it by herself. She's bringing those women up with her, right? Like your Willow, Chris Statlander, Julia, Sky Blue, like they're all in the same scene as her. And I think that's really cool that we're doing that. Now, with that being said, your minion overlord is just tiers above her. Tears above her. Like she's doing great over there. We're doing the minion overlord's work over here. Okay, we're up here. We're up top. You know, she down here. We up here. Okay, so just you know, but I don't think. I think, and just this is my arrogance talking. So sure, whatever. I'm certain we're gonna get a whole lot of comments about it on the X app, if you will. But like I think like the work that me, Billie, Lexi, even Willow have put in doing these main events, showing Tony that women can main event and deliver every single time. Like there's a reason why I call myself the inspiration to every women's division. And I definitely think our work inspired him to bring Mercedes Mone to the table.
Athena, what are you vibing on lately musically? What are you listening to?
Ooh, I've been on Sleep Theory. Sleep Theory has been my cup of tea right now. Also, my gear just got here for the pay-per-view, so I'm very happy about that. I've been on Sleep Theory. It's kind of like a rock band. Set It Off. Little bit Nicki here. I always dabble in the M&Ms. I don't know. I have such a mix of music genre, but I've been like, when I get anxious, I feel like rock music, and then like some Midnight Train to Georgia to calm it back down. Like I'm very look. If people listen to my playlist, it would just be like, why is there Phantom of the Opera, Metallica, and then Gladys Knight like that? I don't know. Why do you wait? And then like, hold on, there's some Panic at the Disco, Michael Bublé. This doesn't make sense, right? The only thing I really don't listen to is country. I just can't. I can't dabble in the country music. I can't.
So this whole thing with Beyonce is a farce. You're saying that's not really country? Is that pop or is that country?
No, I'm not saying it's not country. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. Like Queen Bee can do what she want, but as soon as she goes to them country charts, I'm still over here. I'm not following her. We're not doing like I'm a Texas girl too, so like I've heard everything from Willie Nelson to oh my gosh, what's that guy's name? Like Willie Nelson, Rascal Flatts, Reba McEntire, and my dad loves country. Like my dad loves country music, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like just banjo in the background, just I mean, you know, I know it's more than that. I know it's more musically inclined to that, but it's just not my cup of tea, right? I understand why people like it, just not for me.
I guess Athena versus country music fans, the next big feud on the horizon.
Please don't. Please don't. Y'all can rip me for my rock music and my Nicki all day long. Y'all can rip me for Meg. Y'all can rip me for all of them. But like, come on now. I don't want no beef. It's personal preference. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Last thing I have is want to ask you about stories that you want to tell. It's one thing for you to be a forever champion, but there's still stories to tell. What stories do you want to tell moving forward here this year?
I don't know. Honestly, like the big thing that I want to tell this year is being a multiple champion. You know, and honestly, that's up to TK and the booking team that we have. Like, I have no say in that. That's just my ambition. There are plenty of women that I can still wrestle with in ROH. Like, I really want to match with Red Velvet. Like God, man, that girl is a firecracker. Like I really like, that's a match that I really want. I really want to wrestle Chris Statlander. There's some Mercedes Mone. I have to say it because that's a dream match too. Like, not to state the obvious, Julia Hart. I would love another round with Sky Blue. There are so many women that I want to wrestle with because I'm just really not afraid of that. That's kind of the stories build off of the feuds, I think, right? And it's hard to tell those stories, but like if I ever got to work Mercedes Mone or wrestle with her, like the story is who's better. That's it. Because like Mercedes Mone is a multi-time champion. She's headlined WrestleMania. She's main evented. She's the star right now. And I want to prove that I'm better than her. I want to prove that she can't touch me in that ring. Right? Because I never got that opportunity. I think we had an opportunity in a fatal 4-way or something on Raw. And like we got 2 minutes and I go, whoa, that felt special. That felt like magic, right? In the same way that like when me and Shida wrestled for the first time in Shimmer, it felt like magic. It just felt right, you know? So I would love to do that. I would love to wrestle some of the girls from Stardom that are coming through, like AZM. You know, the sky's the limit, right? That, like, as generic as that sounds, the sky is the limit, right? And there's so many matchups that intrigue me right now. That like it's you know, it's unfair to say like, oh, these 5 people, when they'd be like, oh, have you seen Thelka? And I'm like, yo, Thelka, hold on now, you know what I mean? So like, you know, there's always going to be an up and coming star. There's always going to be some new wrestler that pops up on my radar. They might be new to me, but not new to everyone else. But like I might go and someone will be like, oh, you should wrestle this one. And I'll be like, oh, I should wrestle them, you know, and that's kind of how it works. But yeah, like my goals this year, I would love to go to Japan to wrestle for Stardom or Tokyo Joshi Pro. There's loads of girls, women there. I say girls. There's loads of women there that I would love to share a ring with. I would just like the opportunity to go and train and stuff as well. But yeah, like I said, it's unfair of me to limit it to just that list because there's too many people I want to wrestle.
We see it in your answer. It's just how much fun and how happy are you right now at working?
Honestly, I'm on top of the world mostly because my gear got here. That's my gear for the pay-per-view.
Okay, good.
But,
you know, it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, but I leave tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I leave tonight, so to speak. So, you know, it's you know, I'm on top of the world right now. Like I wouldn't be here without Tony Khan and the faith that he has in me. And like I just can't say thank you enough to Minion 5508, to my minions that support me from home, to my Minion 400,237 3/4, to Minion Bestie, which let me give a shout out to Lexi Nair real quick, because this woman is a workhorse. Let me tell you, she does almost every segment for ROH as far as the interviews. On top of that, she deals with me and Billy's MIT bullcrap, if you will, and she nails it every step of the way. And like on Thursday, please watch ROH because we have our first ever contract signing presented by MIT, and Lexi kills it. She does such an amazing job, and I just want to give her all the love in the world because I know she doesn't wrestle. I know you know, she's still learning as we're all learning, but she's just absolutely amazing. And she's like the puzzle piece that makes MIT whole.
It's ROH Supercard of Honor taking place on Friday, April 5th. ROHTix.com is where you go. It's going to be at the Leo Corus Center in Philadelphia. Don't forget to do what I do. Watch ROH.com. That's where you go. Watch ROH.com. Perfect Champion, it's been our pleasure.
Of course it is. Of course it is. No, thanks for having me, guys.